everyone, it's Bernie here from Stampin'Up. Welcome back to my craft room this week. It is so good to have you here. I am super excited to show you this card featuring, what is it called? The Handcrafted Element Dies. And I love these dies. They are so beautiful. I've been using them in all kinds of different projects, but all of the projects I've been using have been sort of blingy colors. And I decided, well, why don't I make something more earthy, more natural? And I came up with this concept. So I hope you like it. I'm going to show you how to use these dies to create these little bits of interest, which really sort of lend itself to that sort of earthy look. And then I've already done my embossing and my die cutting of my labels just to save some time. So my color scheme this for this video is actually using Very Vanilla. And before I do that, let me just show you these dies. So they have two sheets. Well, I've done them in two sheets, and this is the die we're going to be using. And that's the bit that does the center, but then there's all these gorgeous parts as well. I think I'm going to use that as a tag. These are gift tags. These stars actually pop out. So these are beautiful, beautiful elements. Classic, you can use them again and again and again. So what colors have I used? I've got pecan pie, crumb cake, and copper clay, black cardstock, with copper embossing powder to sort of keep that whole copper clay. And then my embellishments, which I've just put to the side, and of course now I can't find. The embellishments are the brushed metallic adhesive back dots. So shall we get started? Normal card base. This is my standard card base. I usually use the portrait. Today I'm using landscape. And as I've already mentioned, we're doing it in Very Vanilla. So 8 1/4 by 5 1/2, scored at 4 1/8. Give it a good burnish and set it to the side. You'll then need a piece of Very Vanilla in 4 by 5 3/8. And I've gone ahead and I've embossed it with the Distress 3D embossing folder. And I'm going to use the debossed side for this one. You could, of course, use the embossed side, but I didn't want it competing with my decorations. I wanted it to accentuate the decorations, not compete with it. So it's your call, but I preferred the debossed. Okay, so let me show you how we get these dies. Well, very simply, you're going to die cut one out of each color. And then you pop out the center, and then using this die you're going to place this over the center, and it gives you this little detail. Isn't that gorgeous? And that's what we're going to use. And I just alternated, because you're using 3, just looking for my take your pick tool. Oh, there we go. Okay, as per usual, whenever I get ready for a video, my craft room behind me looks like a tornado hit it. So I'm just getting these little guys popped out because I do want as much of the detail as possible. All right, that looks good. I toyed around with wild wheat. Wild wheat can work, but it's a bit yellowy against the Very Vanilla, and I didn't really want that. Okay, let's assemble the copper clay first. So I'm going to just use my liquid adhesive glue. I also had a piece of ribbon at the bottom first, the natural twine, and it didn't look right, so I took that off and went with the embossed sentiment instead. So I've played around a little bit with this design, but you go ahead and you do what you prefer. So I'm just gluing this one down first. And then I'm taking the crumb cake inner that I've already done. Okay. And I'm just placing that inside and just applying a bit of pressure. And while that is drying, I'm now going to take the crumb cake decoration, and I'm using some dimensionals, and I'm placing a dimensional on the top and on the bottom, and just releasing that. Oops, oops, oops. Just have to be careful. These edges are very, very thin. Now I'm going to be coming up a little bit. About over there is good. Just get rid of that because I don't want that in there. And now I'm putting in the pecan pie, I believe. Putting dimensionals on the back of that. Okay. All right. And this one goes also inserted in here. Cool. And then I'm putting the pecan pie. I'm gluing this again. So I'm just adhering glue on all the contact points because there are going to be a few. Oops. Lots of oopses. And I'm putting this one over, about over here, so it comes over quite a bit. Okay. And I'm putting glue on the copper clay. Again, just try and make as many contact points. And coming in there. All right. So that's where we're at now. Now the fun part is, just make sure, just really push that down. Now we're going to do the twine. And I literally, I had so much fun doing this twine because it was just doing its own thing. Usually I straighten it and want it to behave, but today I let it do its own thing. So the first thing I did was I cut off probably about, I don't know, an amount, okay? Then I threaded through this guy, and I've grabbed a glue dot just over here. Just grab a glue dot, and with my have I got the whole one? Let's have a look. I apologize if my head's in the camera. I'm just going to roll it over here, just with my take your pick tool, to make it as little as possible. And then I'm turning this twine around and adhering it, just grabbing it and letting it do its own thing. Okay, so that's there. And now I'm going to take the rest of it, and I'm coming in from underneath here. Come on. You could, of course, also use a tweezer if you have one. Fingers are good too. Pulling it through gently. Love that. And I'm now going to come through onto this side. And I'm pulling it through here very gently. And I do just want to make it that it has a lot of twirly bits. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the ribbon, or the twine rather, do its own thing, and I'm just encouraging it to stay in that place. So I'll stop, sort of connect it there, and I'll see how different this one's going to look compared to that one. I love that. Connect it there, and I'm going to snip this one off like that. And what I might just do on that bit, because I don't want that too, I might just, there we go. And I'll do one more over here, like that. Like so. Brilliant. Okay, so it's got, literally, I'm letting it do its own thing. And then I'm going to be putting my sentiment that I have already black cut embossed with black dimensionals. So I have heat embossed that using copper. That's in the metallics embossing powder. Silver, gold, and copper, I believe, is the set that it comes in. Okay. And pop that across there. And now we just need to add those dimensionals. And I used the coppery ones, so I'm just going to pop. I might go with 3. Let's see how we go with this one. 2, 3, no, I'll go 5, 4, and one more here. Go one more there. Right, now we just need to put it on our card base, which I have done such a good job of moving. And we'll put some liquid glue. Fantastic. Check the orientation. And there we have a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous card featuring the handcrafted elements. And I think it just gives a beautiful, natural, something alternative to the bling if you're more into that sort of natural look, which I am. I love, adore the natural fibers and elements at the best of times. So I hope you're inspired, that you will go and have a look. And if you are in New Zealand and you love what I have done with this die set, feel free to support my business by purchasing it from me with the link below. But on my online store, that would be most appreciated. So that's me for today. I look forward to welcoming you back in my craft room next week. And remember, until we meet again, to stamp, eat, sleep, and repeat. Bye!